going to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, December 7th, 2021. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. I know the post-show rebound and trying to take advantage of your anabolic window is a whole thing that people love to obsess over nowadays. But let me tell you this, I've been playing this game for a long time, and in all my years, I don't know if I've ever seen someone hit a post-injury rebound the way Antoine Vaillant has over the last few months. About a week ago, Antoine released the most ridiculous set of off-season pictures that he's ever put out. I don't know how much he weighs, and I'm not sure if weight even matters. All I know is that he looks better now than he did before the injury. When Antoine has it all clicking like this, it reminds you of why he's one of the most entertaining athletes in bodybuilding. And as long as he can keep this anabolic post-injury window cracked, these next few months will be something to watch. At this point, the NPC Nationals are a little less than 2 weeks away, and considering how deep these pro qualifiers are now, I think the days of there being a clear favorite to win the overall are a thing of the past. But I will say this, there's a lot of buzz about the potential of a guy like Carlos Thomas floating around right now. A few weeks ago, Carlos won the Armed Forces Classic, which we talked about briefly here when we did a segment on Cedric McMillan. And in the 2 or 3 week stretch since then, it looks like he's really tightened things up from a conditioning standpoint, which makes him even more dangerous heading down the home stretch. So if he can keep chipping away over these next few days, he could end up being your front runner. I think it was former Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame coach Vince Lombardi who said, "Winning was contagious." And normally, when we talk about something like this, we're doing it within the context of a team sport. But it can feel that way too in bodybuilding, especially if you do it the way Rafa Brandao did it in Romania a few weeks ago. According to the latest update from Rafa, he's already put on 15 pounds since that win. And right now the plan is to spend the next 8 or 9 weeks trying to improve before he shifts gears again to start making his preparations for 2022. For all intents and purposes, I think this is the version of Rafa that his fans have been waiting for. So for their sake, I hope he keeps the momentum going, because there are a lot of fans in Brazil who would love to come down with a serious case of Rafa fever next year if he wins the Arnold South America. Years ago, I remember hearing Branch Warren do an interview on a podcast after a show, and he said that he thought finishing in second was the hardest thing to deal with as an athlete, because after the show, you always wonder whether or not there was something that you could have done differently that would have changed the outcome. But I think he also said that those second place finishers were some of his biggest motivators too. And you can almost get a sense of what he was talking about when you watch Angela Borges and what she's been doing since her second place finish at the Olympia. There were a handful of shows in wellness this year that felt like it could come down to a coin flip. And it seems like Angela isn't a big fan of leaving things up to chance. So if she decides that finishing in second isn't an option next year, I guess that only leaves one place for her to go. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.